Happy RBE everyone. So this is my first video with this phone camera stabilizer. I hope videos will get a lot better from now on because I'll learn how to use this machine. And what else? So I'm really proud that we had festivities this last week for St. John's. Here in Reus, we have it's like 4-day festivities where the local collectives each set up a stand where they sell drinks and food and music for many hours. It lasts all through the evening and through the night, and there's a big concert, and they do this for 4 days in a row. It's called Barracas, and it's something that all of us Reusengs really look forward to every year. And this year, we had, there was a stand, there was an area where the local public water supply provided sinks so people could have free water, free, just regular public tap water. On the contrary to how it usually was, where since there were stands and people were selling drinks, so they'd also sell water, like in a club or something, where the water goes for €2 a bottle, and a total rip-off. And so in the stands, the bottled water, they also sold bottled water. But only it was limited to 50 cents a bottle. This is great progress because so here in Spain, over the last 20 years that I've been here, at least 10 years ago, people didn't like tap water. Like, people would criticize the taste of tap water, and people would say, "Oh no, I don't drink tap water. I buy bottled water." They'd kind of boast about that, or it'd be a little, people would be a little snobby about that. But that has just gotten worse. Over now, I know a lot of people who are actually kind of afraid to drink tap water. There's this kind of like this rumor going around where the tap water, it's not like anyone says anything about it, it's just how people react, and they'll just be like, "Oh no, don't drink tap water," and as if it were dangerous. It's absolutely absurd, because the tap water here is perfectly safe. It's tested maybe 10 times a day, unlike the bottled water, which is just tested maybe once a month. And I've looked it up, and so people who look this up, and I recommend looking it up yourself online, you'll find that there is there's investigative journalists that have found that software companies, soft drink companies, realized some years ago that people would soon realize that soft drinks are not healthy, and so they had to start they had to come up with a new idea of what to sell, and they came up with the idea of selling bottled water. But of course, to do that, people have to dislike or be afraid of tap water, think that it's dangerous. And I think that they are probably behind the whole movement of saying how their tap water in the States, the idea that the supplements added to it are so dangerous. I'm sure that they are behind it, even though there may be some truth to that. It's not like it takes that much research to realize that our parents have been drinking that tap water all their lives, and they're not having they're not having those problems that supposedly it causes. I forget what the supplement now is, that they said it was important for our teeth, right? That they were adding to the tap water. And here there's been, I think the way they've done it is more subtly, and more discreetly, and just by kind of spreading these like reactions, right? So like, ooh, tap water, don't drink that, right? And so in my promotion of the resource-based economy, I'm making one of the ways I transmit the idea is I ask the question, just like I asked the question, um, who would who could sell an orange if all the streets had orange trees? I also asked the question, well, who would buy bottled water if we like tap water? And this is a question that I've been putting around in Barcelona and in my city, in Reus, and in public transport. I have a poster that asks this question and then says, we want a resource-based economy, and with a QR code that leads to a lot more information about the resource-based economy. But that question is what I use to kind of just get people thinking. And I've also written a chain message. I also wrote a chain message that talks about this problem of water and how soft drink companies have campaigned against public water systems to promote bottled water, and clearly, well, I mean, there's no way for me to prove this, but I think that this result in the fair is thanks to my activism and my raising awareness and advertising the resource-based economy. So that's great news. So yeah, just keep it up. Remember that we will end poverty and terrorism and war and create a sustainable and just future for everybody simply by telling one new person that now everybody can live a life of luxury. One new person a day, that now everybody can live a life of luxury in a resource-based economy. Happy RBE.